Oh, here, there you are. Hello, welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and we're back on episode 11 of the Body Language Guy show. And you caught me trying to clean my glasses. I think they're clean right now. Oh my God, today has been it's a bit difficult with all the electrical issues that I was solving, but I think that I'm pretty. I think that if anything happens, if you see that the image suddenly freezes, I will notify you in case I lost connection or something, but it doesn't matter. If something happens to this live stream or any other live stream and tomorrow's election live stream, doesn't matter. I will resume it in maybe 5 minutes. Maybe there will be hiccups, maybe there won't be. Let's hope everything goes smooth. Let's hope that we have good vibes, and anyway, no matter what happens, we will always have this space. Maybe I want to make it at 12 p.m. EST every weekday. And today we need to start with something uplifting. We need to start with something uplifting. Have you voted? Have you voted already? It will be important. If you can vote early. You must vote. You must go to vote. I understand it's boring, can be sometimes, but it depends. Your life depends on it. The next generation's lives depend on it. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you are, my lovely body language body. Let's start with this gentleman whose name is John Heisen. A man dying of cancer, leukemia, casts his vote for Donald Trump from the hospital. And voting today may be one of the last things I do. President Trump, I hope the best for you. I pray for you. And he did it. I'm going to play this one without captions.
I'm John Heisen. I'm dying of cancer, leukemia.
Raise the volume. It'll be better this way.
I'm John Heisen. I'm dying of cancer, leukemia. And one of the things I had to do today was vote. Please vote. So I'm voting today. Maybe one of the last things I do. I'm going to vote right now. Donald Trump. Mr. Trump, President Trump, I hope the best for you. I pray for you. I pray for this country. God love you all.
So the greatest gesture that he can give. That's the example that we need. Sorry, I need to. Where is my chat? Again, today has been a hectic day of crazy things, and I don't know where's my. There you are. Why were you hiding my chat window? Okay, now have all your chats there, so we can come back. I apologize for the technical details. Again, I was just preparing the show, but we have a nice show today. This is also important before we get started. Do you know that the worst jobs report in 3 years came out on Friday? Nobody knows because this is not covered by the mainstream media. That only 12,000 jobs were added last month, most of which were government jobs. That America had a net loss of private sector and manufacturing jobs. Net loss. 100,000 manufacturing jobs were wiped out in 1 year under Kamala's economy. That is important. People are not talking about this enough. And today, let's say about what are the topics that we will be covering today. There's one topic. You know that I haven't been sleeping, let's say, appropriately for the times. I wake up in the middle of the night. I try not to look at X, but it's impossible. Mission impossible. I look at X. Something triggers me, and then I lose like 1 hour or maybe 2 hours of sleep over one tweet. And sometimes I say I have to take things easy. I have to try to move on, not react. But sometimes, just sometimes, someone posts something that is so. I want to say the word. I want to say the word. How can I do this? How can I do this? Garry Kasparov, grandmaster, chess legend. I need to talk about this. We need to talk about Garry Kasparov, who tweeted something that really triggered me last night and made me say, I'm going to reply to your tweet, because this is something that we needed to talk about. What did he tweet? When I was forced to escape Putin's crackdown in Russia and made my home in America, I never imagined I would be warning my new home about the threat of authoritarianism. But thanks to Trump, here we are, my article. And he has this article, and I'm going to debunk all this stuff that he wrote there that are either lies or, arguments that don't hold together. He should stick to chess, but before we get started, we should be looking at his, the next tweets before the article itself. My endorsement of Harris, maybe Diddy tapes, is an endorsement of democracy, of institutions, democracy, especially democracy, because you know that Kamala Harris represents democracy in every way, of course. Institutions of the country I grew up admiring from afar. America must not fall into the corrupt oligarchy that MAGA wants to build. Why didn't MAGA build it on Donald Trump's first term, is my question. One model on Trump's idol, Putin, by the way. I warned about Trump from the beginning because I know from experience what autocrats look and sound like. Yes, many of them look and sound like, and not gonna lie, in some instances, Trump has this populist angles, but now we have the benefit of hindsight of one term of Donald Trump as president. So it's not like you don't know what he's going to do, because if he wanted to be a dictator, he would have been in his first term, don't you think? I also know from experience what communists sound like. And Harris, for all my concerns about American far left, is no communist. Oh, no, man. You're pushing it too far. I have many informed reasons to believe that the Harris administration will be stronger on foreign policy than the current one. Yeah, because Kamala did so well on local policy that, it's not. But if you disagree with Harris' policies, start challenging her the day after the election. I certainly will. That won't be an option with Trump. Oh my God, I need to do this because this triggered me so much that I don't know how to process this in a way that this doesn't sound insulting, but I want to be insulting because the guy deserves it. I don't care if he's a chess legend. I don't care. He's a moron when it comes to this. I'm not gonna read the whole article. I'm just going to point out the inconsistencies. Look at this. Trump hasn't even won the election yet, and his victory is far from assured. Okay, we agree on that. But we are already seeing signs of preemptive obedience that should look familiar to many refugees from repressive regimes like me. Now, look at this. You have to hear this. Both the Washington Post and Los Angeles Times canceled endorsements of Vice President Kamala Harris earlier this month at the behest of their owners, at de facto silencing of two major national newspapers. So it couldn't be that their owners are uncomfortable about Kamala Harris. That could happen. We are not comfortable endorsing Kamala Harris. No, he's framing this. Kasparov is framing this as in, they are worried about Trump. They are worried. He's making that up. He's making up that the reason why the Washington Post and Los Angeles Times did not endorse Kamala Harris is not because Kamala Harris is bad. No, because she's great. No, it's because they already fear Donald Trump. He just made that up. There's no way to support that argument. There's nothing that supports it. It should come as no surprise that business owners are careful to avoid upsetting someone who has frequently called for his detractor to be locked up. Yeah, he said many times that, that chanting about Hillary Clinton, lock her up. Maybe I don't know if he started that himself, but in his rallies in 2016, well, that was a staple of his rallies. Did he lock Hillary up? No, he had 4 years to do so. He didn't. That is interesting. Or in the case of Liz Cheney, have guns trained on her face, which I already debunked that this is a hoax, which was a metaphor about, well, maybe she wouldn't be a war hawk if she had guns pointed to her face. A metaphor, like if she was directly involved in that, but nobody was saying that she was going to be in front of a peloton or something like that. This election is a choice between a candidate who has vowed to fight for Americans' institutions, that is Kamala Harris, according to Kasparov, and one who is deeply dangerous, a candidate who I believe will bring total mayhem and destruction to this country. Maybe Kasparov saw Hulk Hogan on Trump's rallies and he was afraid. Yeah, Kasparov might be that kind of people, of man. My criticism of both Trump and Joe Biden has been far from quiet. Only 28% of Americans today believe the country is moving in the right direction. Oh, that's great that he mentions that statistic, and I understand their frustrations. It's about Biden, all right. While the situation at home certainly raises concerns, the geopolitical landscape is disastrous, the worst I have seen in my living memory. Americans' prestige abroad is disintegrating. No wonder then that Trump's hate-filled rhetoric is finding purchase. So let's not point fingers at Biden, who is responsible for that. Let's not point fingers at Kamala, and you're going to see the next screenshot so you understand much better. No, let's say that Trump says, Trump is denouncing what is going on the geopolitical landscape, but no, Trump is taking advantage of it. If Kasparov mentions it, he's doing the right thing. If Trump mentions it, he's taking advantage of that chaotic geopolitical landscape. And who's responsible for that chaos? But this is my favorite part. No vice president in recent memory played any meaningful role in setting policy. Oh my God, Gary, they do not hold the same responsibility as their boss for the direction the country takes. Biden essentially functioned as Barack Obama's messenger because his main task as vice president for 8 years was to carry out and effectively communicate Obama's vision, not his own. The same has been true of Kamala Harris for the last 4 years. She hasn't done anything. So that is supposed to be something good about Kamala Harris. She has done anything in 4 years. He's putting this as, no pun intended, as this is a good angle, a good thing about Kamala Harris. I cannot understand how did he write this. Her job has been to further Biden's agenda, not her own. And you remember how many times Biden made sure to say that Kamala was involved in every decision and she had total agency and she had agency at Border SAR. And moreover, Kamala stated herself that she wouldn't change a thing about the Biden administration. So you tell me if this makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense in the least. Harris, on the other hand, doesn't carry the same Cold War baggage and has said that she would not allow Ukraine to succumb to Russian aggression. Why hasn't she done that if she had the agency? I don't believe her administration. I would have been a great lawyer. I would have been a great attorney. I don't believe her administration would continue the Biden administration policies of betrayal. That is your belief. we cannot vote on beliefs, what you think that people are going or not going to do. We usually vote of what, one, what comes out of people's mouth, two, what people have done in the past because we cannot see the future, and three, if there are contradictions between both things. So if you have beliefs about the future, no, Gary, that is not how it works. That is not how it works. Because Harris hasn't been on the foreign policy scene for decades, my prediction is that she will hew closely to public opinion, which is currently oriented around a consensus that America should stand up to dictators. Well, America has always stood up to dictators. It is my belief. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe hasn't changed from maybe Obama. I don't have enough experience and knowledge about that, but let's give Gary a pass on this one. And on the domestic front, as a new president interested in being reelected and likely constrained by a divided Congress and conservative Supreme Court majority, pay attention to this, Harris would be unlikely to make waves and institute radical progressive policies. So he acknowledges that Kamala's baggage is bringing radical progressive policies, but he's not afraid of that because Congress and Supreme Court majority would not allow her to do anything about that. That is something good as well. She wouldn't be as persuasive. She wouldn't be able to do anything because she would have Congress and the Supreme Court against her. That is supposed to be something good? All right, man. If you say so, yeah, better stick to chess. Better stick to chess. Disagreements over her limited price controls, tax policy, or stance on social issues might constitute as strong arguments against electing her. In this race, however, these arguments are moot. If you disagree with her policies, start challenging her the day after the election. I certainly will. No, man, that's not that. You should go to Venezuela, man. I don't care what you live in Soviet Russia. You should go to Venezuela and spend like 1, 2, 3 months there and we'll talk. And no, I would not be your tour guide. You will have to handle yourself on your own. I am cautiously optimistic about the Harris presidency. That is beta male speak. She has the opportunity to normalize a deeply fractured political climate, to bring together the center-left and center-right under a banner of creating real opportunity, the opportunity economy of Kamala Harris, for all Americans. Yeah, the unity, calling people garbage, Biden calling people garbage, Nazis and all the stuff. That is the unity that she is, that she has been saying, I don't know, spewing in her rallies. Anyone who has lived in the Soviet Union or in Putin's Russia will tell you what it's like to fear publicly condemning the government. I know what it is like. I had to leave my country because of that, you moron. In Trump, I hear echoes of Soviet leaders past and Russian leaders present. Why didn't it happen in Trump's first term? Why didn't we have political prosecutions in Trump's first term? It is my question, Gary. Kamala Harris' election is the only way to preserve democracy at home and abroad. She might not be the best choice, but in November 5, she is the only one. Cry it. Now say it without crying, Gary. Now say it without crying. I have to end this with this quote by Lawrence Fox. If Donald Trump was going to destroy America, he would have done it in his first term. If Kamala Harris was going to help America, she would have done it in her first term. Yes, and so we have a grandmaster, legend, whatever you want. Yeah, the guy is great, one of the greatest at chess. He was humiliated by a machine. I think that, it's something that it was not unexpected, because, machines. But right now, I think that his political opinions, he should just sit this one out. This ain't it, bro. You are so wrong. Your arguments don't hold. You're based on hoaxes, lies, and beliefs that you think that Kamala is either going to behave, she's going to behave well, and if she's not, then Congress and the Supreme Court are not going to allow her to do anything. That is very promising. That is very promising. You are such a moron. It's impressive. It's incredible how people just decimate their reputation, their trajectory in just one article. Fascinating. Great. But again, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. Remember to download my 100 body language tips, and you will be subscribed to my very triggering emails that I will be sending to you. Because if you are not triggered by my emails, then it means that I am not doing things the right way. So, oh my God, this is so. This is sad. I mean, the right word is sad, because so many people had this trajectory in so many ways, and a wonderful trajectory, an inspiring trajectory, I must say. And when it comes to, well, it's incredible how the most let's say critical elections in quite some time, so maybe the most critical elections ever, I would say that are the most critical elections ever, because it's not only about the United States, it's about the world. Well, it is a good thing that, I could say that it's a good thing that these celebrities, athletes or actors, actresses, whatever, they are coming out and voicing their opinions, so we can find out how wrong they are. And again, anybody has the right to voice their opinion, and they are entitled to an opinion. But here I am to bring those opinions. And I told you, Gary, I was going to take down your imbecilic. Is that a word? Well, I'm going to say it anyway. Your imbecilic post and article and tweet, and I deliver. Man, it's so, oh, Jesus, you're so arrogant. You're so arrogant. The guy is a legend. It doesn't matter. He had a bad take. I had to call him out. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how Kamala Harris did a complete, let's say, copycat of whatever Trump did 9 years ago on Saturday Night Live. This is something that I find strange, in which she, well, according to Nick Sortor, I don't know if this is confirmed, she spent 3 hours rehearsing for this cringe fest on Saturday Night Live, complete with a fake black accent. This is a tough watch. We cannot watch this because of copyright reasons, and I know that you don't want to watch it right now. You can go to Nick's account on X and you can watch the clip. But the thing is, you remember that Saturday Night Live is, well, the name implies it. It's live. You have to rehearse the skits, the sketches. I don't know how they are called, but you have to just go for them like live. I don't know if they have some kind of annotations or maybe a teleprompter. I don't know about that. I have zero idea. But let's pretend for a minute that Kamala remembered her lines. She rehearsed her lines and she did well. My question is, and everybody's question is, why did she do the exact same skit that Donald Trump did with Jimmy Fallon 9 years ago? Like sitting down with the actress that plays her. In this case, Jimmy Fallon did not play Donald Trump. He was just there. But you know that this is the lady who makes her impersonation. So she sat down with her impersonator for a sketch. But it was the same thing that Donald Trump did. I mean, I will try to be fair. I will try to be fair. I absolutely sure that Kamala is really busy really, really busy these days. And she will be, she will not remember or care or even know that this is the exact same sketch that Donald Trump did many years ago. Maybe it's not the same script, but it's the same concept. So you wouldn't say that this is literally the same sketch, the same concept. So maybe she is too busy to find out about that. Maybe their helpers, nobody knew about this. You're gonna tell me that of all her team who arranged whatever Saturday Night Live was going to do, nobody cared to check that. And if this was scripted by Saturday Night Live's writers, which it would be the right thing to do, right? Because that's what they have writers for. Then didn't they realize there's gonna be an odd comparison, a very bad comparison, like just your copycat Kamala, just copying what Trump did, just copying the no tax on tips and so many other things. As you remember that Donald Trump said that he joked that he was going to give Kamala a "Make America Great Again" hat because, well, of all the copying. But this, well, it so happens that it was a bit more complicated because what Kamala did on SNL fell into, time that was not allocated. You know that every candidate needs to have the same amount of time in airtime. They need to have the same amount of airtime. And the Saturday Night Live skit was like beyond that. The producer, this is important, the producer of Saturday Night Live said neither Harris nor Trump would appear on the show because of election laws. Last night, about 60 hours before polls open, he put Harris on the show in a warm and humanizing sketch. He and NBC violated the equal time provision of the law. This is thanks to Michael Schellenberger on X. And yeah, this was on The Independent, and you can bring the actual people who are running on because of election laws and the equal time provisions. This was directly from Lorne Michaels. You know that he is the brains behind Saturday Night Live. And well, ultimately, NBC forced to allow Trump to air a free 90-second advertisement during Sunday Night Football and NASCAR per FCC regulations in order to provide equal time to Kamala Harris' Saturday Night Live appearance. This is what I like about the United States. Still, you have a glimpse that there are rules that have to be, obeyed. You have to obey the rules. You have to live by the rules because that's what, well, ultimately, that is what we would say. That is the order that people need. That is the order that civilizations need. Let's see part of that. I think we can watch it.
Hello to our great sports fans, and I hope you're having a fantastic time. We're 2 days away from the most important election in the history of our country. We've got to save our country, and it needs saving. It's in very bad shape. The worst...
The mix of the audio is really bad. I know that kind of music. I know that kind of music is going to trigger the copyright in YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's... we needed to listen to Donald's voice more and not that music. But well, he got his free 90 seconds at a NASCAR, which was a lot of time. It was a lot of time, but I didn't like the mix of that ad. I mean, I'm still dumbfounded by this. I'm still dumbfounded. We're going to be talking about why teleprompters always break in Kamala's rallies for some unknown reason. But it's like when they say, when Trump says the enemy from within, and the United States have enemies inside the United States. I think Kamala has enemies inside her own marketing camp. I think this is not a good look. This could have been done in, oh my God, yeah, you're right. Saturday Night Live hasn't been funny since Norm Macdonald. Yeah, I miss Norm as well. I miss Norm Macdonald a lot. There's so many ways this could have been done, and I mean, there's no time to do anything else for Kamala. I don't know what kind of ideas would have. Maybe this is the less self-aware and most tongue-in-cheek way to approach it. But again, it's creative death. Aren't there any other concepts that you could juggle about this? No. Well, May has something interesting. I think Kamala decided to do Saturday Night Live as the last minute. That could be it. And they were stuck to come up with a sketch and recycle Trump's old sketch. Well, again, what do you have writers for? That is so cheap. Why do you have writers for? You pay them handsomely. You make sure that they are well nourished, that they will catered for. But this is something that I don't know what to tell you about this. But the thing is that it went really wrong, in not only in the lack of punch that it had, but the penalization that ultimately favored Trump. Let me catch up on your comments while I check our next topic of today. Is my light on? Yeah, my light is on. Why are you asking if my light is on? I should have maybe much better, right? Yeah, I had so many issues today with electricity. Now I have a huge UPS. You know, this external batteries, this huge batteries that, in case light goes off, I will have like 20 minutes. Again, this is something that I think it's been fixed on the street. But just in case I'm, doing my live stream, that I never stop talking. I never stop talking, literally. It's either me talking or playing a video. If you see that the screen freezes, that might be that I just had this tiny bump in the electricity, and then I have to connect maybe to my mobile phone's data to continue the live stream. If anything happens, or if anything goes wrong, I will comment that, hey, wait just 1 minute until I get this sorted out, and it will continue. If it's so bad, I will not kill the live stream. I will just leave it frozen until I sort that out. So just in case something happens, just in case, that's the kind of things that we need to sort out, get sorted out in case they happen. Let's see a couple things that we need to I want to show you here. In the kind of things, strange things that one cannot understand. You know that I love mysteries. I love mysteries, and I love enigmas, and I love puzzles, and I love a mental challenge. Right? When you have pieces and the pieces don't fit together, you look for a way for them to fit together. But then you stumble upon tweets like this, reports like this from the New York Post, and I guess that this is not made up, that Chloe Grace Moretz said this. She announces that she is gay. All right, that is nice. Amid a Kamala Harris endorsement, government has no right over my body. All right, so she is gay, and she's also pro-abortion. All right. I don't get it. I really see these two pieces. This is a very simple puzzle. You see two pieces. Okay, being gay and being worried about abortion, about worried about getting pregnant, or any with pregnancy, and I don't know. It must be a bit difficult for lesbians to get pregnant, right? It doesn't it really doesn't it doesn't happen. If you know what I mean. Then well, I don't know, the kind of puzzles that it's great that I don't have alcohol here. I haven't drank. You know that I haven't drank in a while. It's like one drink every 6 months or every year. Oh my God. I'm reading your comments. There's so many things, funny things here. So there's another thing that we can say before we move on to the Obamas, because the Obama topic of today, it's a bit, rough. And it's going to take a bit of stomach to go through the Obama topic of today. But we get this. Kamala did what Kamala always does. This was from her husband. She put her head down and went to work. Okay, let's talk about gays and abortion, please. This was too bad. It was too bad.
Kamala did what Kamala always does. She just put her head down and she went to work.
That is nice. That is nice. This is very succinct. That is a great summary. That is basically how she, went through all those stages, like that evolution, like Meghan Markle's evolution. You remember that video, that how she reinvented herself? Well, she just, let's hear that again.
Kamala did what Kamala always does. She just put her head down and she went to work.
For 1 second, I thought she went to town, and that would have been just epic. But still, it is still epic. We are living in a simulation. We are really actually living in a simulation. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. But now we need to talk about, something that I was requested a couple times, more than a couple times. You need to talk about Obama's body language. What does Obama's body language say? What does those eyes say? In my Batman voice. What is going through Obama's head? I thought that they were the party of joy. Where's the joy? Where's the joy, Barry? Where's the joy? We're gonna analyze you and your lovely wife right now. This is I don't know that many of you say that. Oh, Michelle. This is. I know. I understand that you didn't want to leave your mansion. You didn't want to go where the Kamala. But Kamala asked you. You put me in here. And you told me that I cannot, nobody wants Joe Biden being on the campaign. Then you have to come and help me because I cannot do this by myself. And then I can imagine Kamala turning to Teen Wolf and saying to Barry, no, Barry, Michelle, you really need to help me. You need to help me with this one. Barack Obama is using the Very Fine People hoax in an attempt to appeal to U.S. voters. You know that that's something that I find it baffling. How many times this has been debunked, and I understand. Jesus, you're gonna say, talk about the Very Fine. I am not bringing that up. It's Barry, the one who is bringing that up, but not me. So I would be okay not mentioning a hoax that has already been debunked many times, but now we have to go through it again because Barack Obama, the only argument he has, such a great public speaker. I said that at some point. Oh, such a great public speaker. What charisma does he have? Now I know better. Okay. He could be great at reading teleprompters. He could be charismatic. Something. It's like Hugo Chavez. Hugo Chavez was charismatic. I cannot, nobody can deny it. If you deny it, you don't know what charisma is. But Hugo Chavez was charismatic. Barack Obama is charismatic. Well, right now, let's see that it's not his best era. But well, we have this, and I think that we should include subtitles just in case I didn't generate them before. But just with 10 seconds, we will have the subtitles in case you need them.
Maybe you're Muslim American or Jewish American, and you are heartbroken and furious about the ongoing bloodshed in the Middle East and worried about the rise of anti-Semitism. Why would you place your faith in somebody who instituted a so-called Muslim ban?
Why are you speaking lower, Barry? I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you what you say. It would be great.
Who sat down for pleasantries with Holocaust deniers? Who said that there were very fine people on both sides of a white supremacist rally?
What's going on with Barack's voice? It's like it's fading at times. It's fading at times. It doesn't have the same strength. Let's do something. Let's do something funny. I like these kind of things. We already know what he said. We already have the captions. Let's just look at his face to see what is going on. And remember that this is a party of hope. And we not only have this. This is the first moment that we have this glimpse of him. You see that there's this pressure on his lips. You see that the lips are pressed. It's something that it happens when you are doing this gesture in which the lips go inward and kind of cover the teeth. You can try to do it right now. You put your jaw forward, and there's all this tension, not only in the brow is tense, and you see that his lips are not touching, but have this space. This, when you're trying to vent anger, he's really angry. Why are you so angry, Barack? You know that anger is not a persuasive emotion. You can be, fierce, you can be solid, you can have a powerful speech, but it has to come out as it is easy for you. Whatever you're going to do, whatever Kamala is going to do, you're confident about her. But that's the way that it should come out. You have seen Donald Trump, and he usually has, he doesn't really care much. He doesn't look angry. He doesn't sound angry. Most of the time, people are laughing with him about what he says, because he has this space to do these funny remarks. But this is a bit too much, from the party of joy. This is a bit too much hate from the party of joy, and they constantly are pointing fingers to Donald Trump as the one who stirs hatred. We move on, and he's speaking. And you see that his brow remains tense. His brow keeps tense, and something that I did not understand was when he made that pause that comes right now. This pause, something happened with his face. That's why I reacted. His face began like twitching. He was not saying anything right now. He was being silent. I'm going to unmute so you can hear.
Rise of anti-Semitism. Why would you place your faith in somebody?
Why did he do that?
Rise of anti-Semitism.
was it a glitch in the Obama matrix? What happened? Well, what 2 seconds that he was like, the clone was glitching. The clone was glitching. It's so odd.
Rise of anti-Semitism. Why would you place your...
We lost him like for 2 seconds, and his face began twitching. It's like maybe Biden found the remote control, Obama's remote control, and he's using it. Very, very odd. Let's continue listening without a sound. You still see that this is anger, there's emphasis. But again, let's say, oh, Jesus, but he's always, as of late, he's always angry. He was speaking angrily to a black man. You remember that, right? He was scolding them. Let's go for that first frame. That was really useful. You remember that he was scolding black men for not, the brothers, for not supporting Kamala enough, right? You remember that. We saw that video. And then he was apologizing, and then he was scolding them again. And he was repeating this cycle over and over again. This is not the Obama, the confident Obama that we know. That is a nice signal. That is a very nice signal. And the fact that there's one thing that you should know. He mentioned something, and I need to mention that he talked about. Let me see. It was here. Was that topic was somewhere else as well? Okay, this is something that you need to realize. He was talking about Israel. He was talking about Jews and Muslims. Let's talk about this. CNN reports that Kamala Harris is running pro-Israel ads in Pennsylvania and pro-Palestine ads in Michigan. So this is the greatest hypocrisy in the world, and it has been denounced by CNN. CNN, let that sink in. They spotted that Kamala Harris was being hypocrite as usual, and she was caught red-handed. The most fake candidate in history, in the most fake campaign in history. Zero principles. I'm not gonna show you that clip. It's not necessary. You already saw it. You know what the clip is about. But that may be why Barack is so angry. Kamala Harris is losing both the support of Jews and Muslims. That has to be a new political record. That is something that nobody knew how someone could do it, and Kamala did. That might be the reason why Barack is so angry. Again, if you have another reason of why Barack, we're not going to be talking about Michelle. I'm not that cruel with you. Why are they so angry? Maybe that's the reason, but I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. Again, remember, it's very important to download my 100 free body language tips in the description of this video. Just check it out. Check my free body language tips, and you will be subscribed to my upcoming really triggering emails, because I'm going to go all out on my emails as well. So much fun today. I told you that I wanted to keep this say tight as possible, a show as tight as possible. Maybe I still want to prepare a lot and study a lot for tomorrow's big event. Remember that tomorrow we are going to be live. I don't know if I'm going to, highly likely that I will do maybe a live stream. I don't know if at that time, let's see. Maybe we could have the show at a regular time, 1 hour show. Today is going to be 1 hour, 10 minutes. But tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I will have a live stream about the elections, having all the coverage, not sleeping. At least I will try to break my own live stream record. My live stream record, if I remember correctly, is under 9 hours. Global live streaming record is about 8 hours and a bit more. It was during the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. And I don't know how long I'm going to last and how are we going to manage, I don't know, 12. I want to do 12 hours. This is the moment to do 12 hours. I don't know if I'm going to manage it, but maybe we can. Maybe we can. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, we'll have bathroom breaks. We will have bathroom breaks. So let's talk about our last topic of today. Let me see. Again, all the issues with the electricity has been solved. You already know that something crazy happens. And all you just have to wait a little. If you see that my image freezes, you just have to wait a little. I'm going to check out with the captions here. Great captions on this upcoming. While we do that, we could be see your comments. Your comments are always great, and most important, something that I really love about your comments, that you are polite. You are so polite. We already have a super sticker by Rick Lee. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you for that super sticker. A thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. We will have a lot of thumbs up tomorrow. Okay, we have the already captions generated. I need to make sure that they have the format. I prepare this so I rushed it in such a way today. We are ready. I think we are ready. We just have to make sure that crowd cheers. Cardi B. Let's talk about Cardi B, because this is the best example how celebrities have just sunk so low. But it's not like I look up to Cardi B, but again, she's an example. What happened with Cardi B? She was trying to do her thing, stand in for Kamala Harris. And she goes to the Kamala rally to collect her $1 million payday for minutes of effort. The teleprompter breaks and someone runs a phone to her so she can read her pre-written endorsement. The party of inauthenticity. I don't know. Can you improvise? We're gonna see a couple clips which are important so you understand the magnitude of this.
1 second, guys. 1 second.
Okay, this is bad. This is so embarrassing.
Okay. So I don't take lightly the call.
Then?
Sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous. Guys. I've been waiting for this moment this whole life. My whole life.
Okay, she's improvising at least.
I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl?
Oh my God. It's like, I thought that, I don't know. I really don't listen to her music. I couldn't name one. Well, I can name one song, and I'm not going to, Waffles and Pancakes. I think that's that song. I think that's her song. Waffles and Pancakes. I don't know. But I can name that song, but I cannot name any other song of her. Is she what's called a rapper? I thought that rappers were, or I don't know, hip hop. But you can improvise, right? Sing and improvise on the fly because you are really quick with your wit. And no, she ain't got it.
I need patience over here.
All right. That is so.
Hold Hold on. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh my God, it's
How you
empty.
guys doing tonight? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to change these 4 years? No. Are we ready to...
She said, are we ready to change this 4 years? She said it. Oh.
Are we ready to change these 4 years? No. Are we ready...
What's that? Nice slip of the mind, Cardi. You improvising. You just said what was in your mind and was glorious. Are we ready to change this 4 years? Yeah. Make America great again.
ready to change the next 8 years because we're going to make sure we have Kamala Harris in office for 8 years.
Oh, you said Kamala's name wrong. It's Kamala. Couldn't you know how your sister's name is pronounced? You know, that is respect, Cardi. Oh, she finally had her cell phone so she could read from herself. That's so embarrassing. And Cardi B lies and claims that the text on the teleprompter that was later sent to her phone due to technical difficulties was something she spent all day writing. I mean, if you spend all day writing something, couldn't you remember at least part of it? You have to improvise. I'm going to go, ad lib. Off the cuff, she is upset that people have just now realized that she's actually semi-literate. I'd be embarrassed if I had to spend all day writing a 2-minute speech. Yeah, that is a 2-minute speech. It's like, how much is that? That is like 300 words at most. Her lie is even more embarrassing than the truth. And then she begins to complain.
I work so hard, bro. I work so hard on my speech. And a lot of y'all talking about like, oh, why are you reading it from a phone? Bitch, I had to write that shit down because I had to bitch, I'm 32 years old, bitch.
All right, so being 32 years old means that you forget things. Man, you have to take ginseng or ginkgo biloba or something like that. It's something that you need your head checked because that's not normal. 32 is really young.
And I have 3 kids. My mind be fucking racing all goddamn day, bitch. Like, it's like sometimes
Who are you talking to, by the way? We are here. The phone's camera is here. We are here, and you're like speaking to the ether. Who are you speaking, Cardi? Who are you speaking to? Who is that disembodied being that you're speaking to? I don't understand.
Bitch, I be arguing.
No, right. I am the one who says the F words here. You don't get to say them. And what's more, this is the problem that I did not check this, but she was all complaining and you talking to the disembodied, non-existent people. And we also have Cardi B's prior closing statement for the election before she knew about appearance fees. Oh my God. I'm not endorsing no presidents. I'm going to read for you, Cardi, because your mouth, I don't think that you kiss your grandmother with that mouth. I should have just bleep you all the way. She doesn't like wars. I'm not endorsing no effing presidents. FS greatest nation. No, the F we're not. Really. Yeah, we're talking about we got the money to support too. Man, is that? I can't understand that you can be upset, but do you speak like that all the time? Is this the kind of celebrities that you like? You brag about endorsing you, Kamala Harris. So it is my understanding that there's another singer, Glorilla, I think is her name. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Glorilla was singing, and every 2 words she had to, not sing or have some kind of mute or something because of all the curse words and all the F-bombs, and you saw that people was really uncomfortable about that. I don't think that is the right way. But again, it's embarrassing that they have to. They are desperate. They are desperate. And they know that in many ways, people like Cardi B do not represent we could say Democrats. I'm not going to say that all Democrats are crazy as F. Some of them are just misinformed. Some of them have just been thoroughly brainwashed with Trump derangement syndrome. They can be saved, but there are moderates, Democrat moderates, that they must not like this kind of endorsement. They are just no, this ain't it. This is not. So again, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. Still, there's now I just remember that there's one endorsement, one video that I wanted to show you. There's one video I wanted to show you before we say goodbye, already on 1 hour. There's one video that you must see, you must watch, that is a bit depressing, but I need to show you this. So let's see that this is the bonus of today. What is the bonus of today? Something that I need to analyze this body language, by the way. I need to analyze. You don't know who am I talking about. You know who am I talking about. But you are about to find out real soon. You are about to what is the? He says something like that in Temple of Doom. Prepare to meet Kali right now. Is that the? You know what? Yeah. What is the words? Mola Ram, prepare to meet Kali in hell. Oh yeah, those are the words. Mola Ram, prepare to meet Kali in hell. No, please, God, not like this. Not like this. Not like this, Han Solo. Not like this, Indiana. Not like this, Rick Deckard. Why? Just generate the subtitles and we can go to it.
Then
prepare to meet Kali. Oh, Kali must be Kamala. Kali could be a nice way to say Kamala. Prepare to meet Kali in hell. So bad. So this is something that I didn't want to do, but it is a must. We need to talk about Harrison Ford and how he was maybe invited. I would not say forced. Someone used the force on him, pun intended. But no, it's like you have to see the video and tell me if this doesn't look like blackmail. I've got one vote, same as anyone else, and I'm going to use it to move forward. Yeah, moving forward, it's something ironic because moving forward means that you're going to leave the Biden-Harris administration behind, but I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris. Good for you, pal. Harrison Ford on why he's endorsing Kamala Harris. Here we go.
Look, I've been voting for 64 years. Never really wanted to talk about it very much, but when dozens of former members of the Trump administration are sounding alarms, saying, for God's sake, don't do this again, you have to pay attention.
By the Trump administration. And again, you are a superstar, you live in a gated community, and you have all the FU money that you need. It's very difficult that you will be affected by any administration of any president in any country, being also the superstar that you are. You could go to North Korea and you would be greeted like, a legend, because you are. He is. It's Harrison Ford, for God's sake.
They're telling us something important. These aren't soft people. They're governors, generals, standing up against the leader of the party they spent their lives advocating for. For many of them, this will be the first time they've ever voted for someone who doesn't have an R
I would
next to
say
their
that
name.
so many of these celebrities do have an R next to their names, and I cannot say it here, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you know that that's when they do that
Because
that
they know this
little,
really matters.
you know, with their head. Maybe he is emphasizing his words, but I don't know. My God, why?
They know this really matters.
Uh-huh.
The truth is this.
All right, yeah.
Kamala
she
Harris
had said
will
herself
protect your
so many
right
times
to
that,
disagree with
social
her.
media has to be, let's say, cannot run free. That Tim Walz has said himself that misinformation cannot be tolerated. Then who gets to decide what is misinformation? So you're lying, Harrison. Why are you doing this? Maybe he hasn't even bothered to look at all those clips. Maybe he doesn't watch my show. If he watched my show, he would be better informed. But one of two things. He said that he never speaks, he never says anything about his political preference. He's doing right now for a reason. Maybe he owes someone a favor, and that someone is, cashing in the favor, or, did it tapes, or the Epstein list, or, the Venn diagram of both things at the same time. One can never know. Of course, I cannot make any kind of accusations, but don't you tell me if that is not a contradiction. Oh, I never do this, but I'm doing this time. And especially the argument that he's saying doesn't hold. We already did the analysis, and Gary Kasparov, arguments that bleed everywhere, they don't hold on their own. Harrison, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? I know that you really don't care. You really don't care for who. I could say that maybe Robert De Niro, that guy has terminal Trump derangement syndrome. That is one guy that we could analyze tomorrow in the long live. Maybe we can have time to have some fun with Robert De Niro. But this,
about policies or ideas, and then, as we have done for centuries,
we'll work on them
we'll
together.
debate them.
You haven't
We'll
worked
work on
in
them together.
policies, Harrison. You are an actor. You are not affected by this. This doesn't affect you or your family or your sons and grandchildren or anything. At all. Stop saying like you spend, Thursday nights at the White House, with policy and speaking about that. And no, you don't. Because you don't. This is hypocritical as well. And it's sad. Because you said that yourself. You never get into politics. Again, you have all the right in the world of voicing your opinion. But when your opinion goes against what Kamala Harris has said herself and Tim Walz has said himself, then that's when I come in. I call your BS. No, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. Yeah, that word, move forward.
Move forward.
He demands on
The other guy?
loyalty.
He demands unquestioning
I'm pretty sure that
loyalty.
Kamala demands it as well, because that is what a leader should do if he wants to do the things. Either if you're Trump or Kamala Harris, you need to demand loyalty, because of course that's the way how it works. If you surround yourself with the right people, and who is Donald Trump surrounding himself with? Is he surrounding himself with people that you think is going to be yes men and women? You think that Tulsi Gabbard is going to say yes to anything that Donald Trump says? No. Then why is Donald Trump inviting Tulsi to be next to him in his cabinet, in his team? Elon Musk is the most FU person in the history of humankind, and he is right there. He doesn't need to be there, and he is there. And RFK Jr., do you think that he's going to be a yes man for Donald Trump? Vivek, do you think that he's going to be a yes man as well? I don't think so. Then why would you surround yourself with people that you cannot control? Have you thought about that? Have you given it a bit of thinking, just a bit, and realized that it doesn't make sense? If I wanted to be an authoritarian leader, I would surround myself with people that I can control, which is the complete opposite of what Donald Trump has done. It's something that needs no analysis. But again, as I'm telling you, these people live in their gated communities. These people are not engaged in politics in the least. And I don't blame them, because it's something that it's really dirty. It's always dirty. Politics is always dirty. Nobody wants to get involved into that. But when you get into it, you will be judged by your words. And you are being judged by your words, Harrison. He says he wants revenge. I want to see that clip about Donald Trump
says
saying
he wants revenge. I'm Harrison Ford. I've got one vote, same as anyone else. And I'm going to use it to move forward.
This is Biden level here. This is the Biden gaze. The Biden gaze. No, this is not. Not like this. As usual, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. My body language buddies. Oh my God. Oh my God. My body language buddies. Has been a great show today. Let me see your super chats. Oh my God, so many super chats here. Samantha from a California girl, get out and vote. Do not sit at home. Trump 2024. Our nation depends on this. Good versus evil. War versus peace. Love you all. And you, Jesus, thank you. Always my pleasure, Samantha. Always my pleasure. Sonia Prieto, come, right, and all this, the poop emoji 3 times. I think that represents very well celebrities nowadays. In general, not only because they endorse Kamala Harris. In general, Coffin Bird, character holding their head in their hands, saying, "You're my number one. Thank you." Sudhir Rao, hey, battle language guy. Your prediction numbers, popular votes. That's something. Thank you, Sudhir. Thank you, because I almost forgot about that. And you remind me. Let me read this super chat by Jane French, and I'm going to highlight your super chat again, Sudhir, because it's an important topic that I almost forgot, and I need to talk about that as well. So let me drink some. So Sudhir asks this, your prediction numbers, popular votes. I really have no means of have any predictions. There are many polls out there. You got all the polls in the world. You have aggregators. You have Polymarket. I haven't mentioned Polymarket again because it was found out that the CEO of Polymarket was very cozy with Tim Walz and one picture. So you already know that platform is compromised. And it's also compromised from this betting platform. It's not a polling platform. It's a betting platform. People can bet if Donald Trump is going to win or Kamala Harris is going to win. But then if there's a huge bet that enters for either candidate, you can swing the numbers in a way that you can manipulate what is going on. If you have enough money, you can actually manipulate that. And polls, well, what is undeniable is that early voting is an all-time record high, and that is great. Early voting is an all-time record high, and we don't have any more information because you know that people that are registered as Democrats could be voting early, but we don't know if they are actually voting for Kamala Harris. Again, there must be a slice of the population who are registered as Republican, but maybe they're voting early, but voting for Kamala Harris. But that could happen. The polls that I have been, sensing in social media is that, things are going, let's say, okay-ish for Donald Trump. I wouldn't like to say that this is going to be an easy fight because I know for a fact that it is not going to be an easy fight by any means. The problem is that anything that I say could be interpreted in one way or another. I have been, by the way, building a scrapbook of people who, for some reason, I'm not going to mention them, they have a lot of followers, and they are pro-Trump. And they have been posting tweets and posts which, are quite discouraging. They're talking about the inevitable cheating, and I don't know why they do that. I don't know if they want to look like smart, or I know that they're going to, I want Donald Trump to win, but I know the Democrats are going to cheat, so Donald Trump will never be president. All this happening, and they say, wait a second. It is undeniable that Democrats will do whatever they can do to make sure that Kamala Harris is the next president. But it's also undeniable that the more votes, legit votes for Donald Trump, the harder it is going to be to cheat, because it means that you will have to cheat in more states. In the more states you make sure to go and vote, which is the single most important thing, that will make all the difference. No, not poly market, not polls, not rumors on the internet, not Iowa's rumors, nothing of the sort. Nothing of that matters. The only thing that matters is making sure that you voted or you vote tomorrow, and you make sure that your friends get up and go and vote. This is extremely important. This is hands down the most important. And I could tell you, I think how I see it, Donald Trump has a great chance of achieving being the 47th president of the United States, just because of the votes. The Democrats are going to cheat? Absolutely. That their cheating can be overruled by, or I don't know how to, the word that can be neutralized by enough votes? Absolutely. Yes, that's what I believe, for what I understand of how it works in each state. You cannot cheat in all states at once. It's just not possible. And this time, they're much better organized. People see that there's a different vibe in here, but not because you think Donald Trump is going to win. It means that you're going to stay at home. Oh no, the body language guy is confident that Donald Trump is going to win, so one vote is not going to make the difference. Don't do that. Remember my experience. One vote makes the difference. You stay at home, you will regret it. You will regret it. And if Donald Trump becomes president, you want to be part of it as well. You want to say, my vote helped Donald Trump become president again. So go out and vote. That's my prediction about what's going on with the polls. It's not a prediction at all, but after the elections, I will make sure to talk about those people who are Trump fans, have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they're saying that they're having this like push for vote suppression, which I say, I mean, are you doing it for the clicks? Are you doing it for, look smart? Oh, look how edgy I am. I know that Democrats are going to, let's say this so I can spark a heated conversation on X. Make sure you don't pay attention to them. Only thing you need to do is vote and make sure that as many people that you know go and vote. It's that simple. We got one last super chat here. 2 Feathers. Thank you for that amazing super chat, 2 Feathers. Love you, Jesus. Fight, fight, fight. That's what we need to do, 2 Feathers. Vote, vote, vote. That's the way that we fight, and that's the way that we say goodbye for today. Let me see what happens with all my preparation for tomorrow. We might have a show tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST. So we will meet tomorrow either way. My body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And until we meet on another video, another live, remember the most important words. Much love and bliss. Take care and be safe and go out and vote. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.